thank you so much for coming back. Well, at least I came back. I don't know if you did. But first of all, Meep, hello everybody, and thank you so much for being here. My name is Meep with Meep's Farm Fresh Microgreens, and we are gonna hop straight back into action because right now we are about to start planting 48 more trays. We got one row done this morning. We're gonna plant 48 more trays this time. Now behind me, I already have everything set up to go and get to the next stage of that. This one is gonna be bok choy, ramble radish, and daikon radish. And after that, hold on. After that, oh, I gotta go and take the cilantro out because I soaked the cilantro seeds. I have to take those out so I can actually dry them. Let me go ahead and do that right now, and I'll be right back. Just a second. Let me go and see what I got here. Just a minute. Let me take you fully into the grow room, and let me go ahead and do this. Boop. All right, perfect. I shall be right back. Okay, so now what we are going to do, I have my cilantro seeds right here. I'm going to go and grab them. Can I hear? Can you hear? I can hear. You can hear. We all can hear. Wonderful. So I'm going to go ahead and grab our stainless steel basket first of all. Come on. There we go. Because we need to go ahead and dry our cilantro seeds. Usually that takes a little bit of time. So doing that while we still have other things to do is the prudent choice here, I believe. Let me go and see if I can actually here. Grow room. And then we don't need this anymore. There we go. Perfect. Now, what you do, once you have your cilantro soaked, and not everybody does need to do that. Not everybody needs to, it feels like they need to dry them. That's completely fine. Everybody does a little different. I just do that in order to help our seeds spread a little bit more easily when they're half dry rather than when they're very wet. Okay. Okay, so turn that baby around. Shake, 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 shake. You're gonna see a little bit better in just a minute here. I'm just taking all of these. Put them in here. Then we take our net and just nuddle them onto the floor. There we go. Okay, so hello. Oops, sorry. There we go. And the better thing to do is normally when you have the net in your hands, just take all the seeds off of there that are still clinging to it. It's gonna make cleanup much, much easier. Okay, so we have one net done. Now what we do is we take our cilantro, gently and carefully and lovingly move it all over the place. There. Now the paper towels are there because it helps the seeds retain a little bit of their moisture because we don't want to dry them out completely. That would defeat the purpose of soaking them. But what we... Oh, that smells so good. Sorry. But so basically the paper towels are there to help keep moist a little bit. And also because the seeds are very small and the holes are a little bit bigger than the seeds are, we do this in order to have our cilantro not fall through the cracks, quite literally. That would be a dreadful, dreadful challenge, wouldn't it now? Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like here. Hooah! Okay, these are all of our seeds, all nice and spread out in the stainless steel basket. And now we're just gonna put them up here. Ow. Okay. Boop. There we go. Now, actually, you know what? Let me put them on two. Let me put them two because honestly, so what's happening is because we have a whole bunch of dry soil down here, and what I really don't want is to have all of that stuff in the air and me constantly breathing it in. That's normally not one of those fun parts here. All right, now what we're gonna do is we are going to move our. Hello, good morning. How are you? There. I'm gonna move our chair over here. I'm gonna go and get me some gloves. And then we can actually get going. So, now, if it was simply soil and only a few trays, you wouldn't even need gloves. For me, however, because we use a little fertilizer in there, and because we have 60 trays that I'm doing this with, protection is important, especially for your hands. There we go. There. Alright, now, simplest thing in the world. Crush them. Crush all of the clumps out. Get the fertilizer mixed up a little bit. And that's the job for the next half hour. Crunch and go, I tell you. Crunch and go. That's all there is to it. Now, fair warning. The smoke in Wallowa County is still fairly bad. We are still experiencing things from that. So, you know, little cough, a little bit of eyes burning, throat burning, that kind of stuff. I'm pretty sure at this point everybody has experienced some of that, unless they haven't been out at all. So if it gets too much, if I feel that I'm coughing a bit too much, or there's just stuff going on that you guys probably don't want to see or hear, I have no problem shutting down the stream for a little bit. And then maybe just start over on Wednesday. But I think for right now, we're pretty fine. There. So our deliveries went super well, super easy. Monday is an easy delivery day for us. So we only have 3 clients that we go see. We have Ruby Peak Naturals up in Enterprise, which is a wonderful health food store. Then we have the Living Life Cafe, which is a juice and health bar. Very, very wonderful people there as well. And finally, we had the Commons Coffee House, one of the best places to get cold foam. Cold foam anything. It doesn't matter if you get coffee or matcha or whatever you want. Cold foam over there is just so fantastic. I threatened Camilla today. I said, you know what, next time I'm going to go and take a whole cup of cold foam with nothing else. Maybe a little ice, that's it. Yeah, but it was a pretty good day. And now all we have to do is just crush a little soil and have a little fun for the rest of the day. That's it. So while Mondays are time consuming, they're also fairly easy. Everything is nice and structured. Normally there's no wild cards on a Monday. I probably jinxed myself, but that's fine. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, there's that. Get all the big sticks out, that's important. Big sticks are in the way when it comes to little roots. And we like our little roots more than we like our big sticks around here. because the roots need to be able to expand without any distractions, and if a little root finds a big stick, then, you know, maybe the little root is getting scared, it doesn't want to grow anymore. So we're trying to keep that to a minimum here. That's why we do that. We crush the soil, take all the big sticks out, get rid of all of the oh, come now, child. Get rid of all of the big sticks, all the clumps, everything that could hinder the growth of our greens. Because when it comes to microgreens, you want to give them the earliest, best start possible. So we're going to make sure everything is nice and even for them. Nice and watered. And again, this is going to be bok choy, rambo radish, and daikon radish. Oopsie. Good. I soiled myself. I wondered when that was going to happen today. There we go. There we go. And hold on, I should probably go check on something here real quick. Are we good? I think we're good. Okay, good. That's all I want to know. I just want to make sure that we're all good over here. Technology can be fickle every once in a while, and I don't like fickle stuff, especially when it comes to trying to make sure my stream stays up. Oopsie. Out. They're gonna evict all of the wood here. All the big sticks and stuff. There we are. There. And it is surprisingly cold today. Not cold. Don't get me wrong. Everything is okay with me. Okay. I'm not weirdly calibrated. It's not cold, but it's definitely cooler than the last few days, which is a very welcome relief, of course. So this morning it was 42 degrees, I think. I'm not saying we're heading into fall, but it's coming. Now I have to say there's no such thing as a bad season for me. I love fall, I love winter, I love summer, I love spring. All of those above, and I'm kind of glad to see that temperatures are coming down a bit. I mean, first of all, because of the fires, of course, but also there is a certain golden hue in the air in the afternoon now. That's not all just from the smoke. It is coming towards the end of summer again already. Wasn't it a short summer, though? I mean, don't get me wrong, we still have a couple of months, but it seemed to fly by fairly fast. I'm looking forward to it, though. You know, when the colors are changed, I think that's beautiful. Fall is one of my absolutely favorite times of the year. The wind picks up, and you get to wear hoodies and sweaters and all sorts of cute stuff. Oh, I love it. Okay, we good? I think we're good. Oh, come now. There we go. So I can smell our cilantro seeds from here. It's so fun. So cilantro seeds are super fragrant, and somebody said they smell like Fruit Loops. I haven't ever had enough Fruit Loops to accurately make that same assessment, but they do smell wonderful. They do smell very, very good. I enjoy that a lot. So now, what's this? Oh, a little stony? Are you a little stony? Is that what it is? What is that? Is that a seed? Huh, that's weird. It looked like a seed hull. There you go. And another long stick. Wonderful. Out. There we go. There, all the bigger ones out. Oh wow. Nope, another stick. There we go. Get all of that situated here. There we go. And whoop. One more. And then we're just gonna keep doing that until it's all done, eh? It's really that simple, isn't it? There we go. Whoop. There we go. I'm kind of hoping that we're going to have a good winter. Last year, we barely had any snow. It snowed for like maybe 3 days in a row, and that was it. And then it snowed for another 2 days, and none of it stuck. I was really not happy about that. I do enjoy White Christmas a lot. I do enjoy. I mean, yes, the cold is negotiable, of course, but I do love me my snow. I do love the fact, that there's snowmen out on the road. It's funny when we drive for our deliveries in winter. There's so many people that just have snowmans, yeah, snowmen. There we go. Sorry, that was very German of me, wasn't it? So many people that have snowmen on their lawns. It's hilarious. I should build my own. There we go. A little Meep snowman. Wouldn't that be cute? You could make it bunny shaped. Ugh. Oh, that is a lot of soil. Oh, goodness. Sorry. I mean, if I'm going to soil myself, I'm going to do it right, apparently. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, there's that. And are we still doing good? I believe we are doing good. Wonderful. Just want to make sure that I don't miss anything. Every once in a while I have to go and look sideways. Just in case anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, I'd be more than happy to help. There, get all that good stuff out there. Oopsie. Yeah, that's... There you are. I knew I felt you here somewhere. Okay. Okay, 2 more of these sticks and we can put the tree back together. Ay, ay, ay. Just that. There we go. Little patience is all it takes. A little patience, a little love. A lot of good people. Not kidding ya. Okay. Alrighty. Ugh. Ow. Oh. What did you poke me for? Goodness. It attacked me. You all saw it. Okay, I'm gonna crunch through this. Did I miss anything? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't hope so. I'm gonna go and check in just a minute here. Oops, another one. Ugh. Okay. So the next row after this one, and again, this one is going to be bok choy, ramble radish, and daikon radish. And after this, we are going to go ahead and go for cilantro. 12 trays of it. Our cilantro has not been treating us well lately, but that's okay. We're going to figure it out eventually. Also, we are going to have a grow room update here for you pretty shortly. I threw out a little Facebook video yesterday as I was painting something that looked like boards. I was painting them white, but that is not the last color that they'll end up being. Nope, 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 nope. We are going to go ahead and paint them again with a different color, and then that way I get to make you curious twice. See how I am? You think white is the color they're gonna stay? No, nope, different color altogether. That was just the primer. That was just the beginning. We have the door in. I can tell you that. We can talk about that. We have the door in the grow room, which is a very, very, very good thing. I've been waiting for that. We have something coming in a few days for the glass in the door, a new frame that you put over it. And once that is done, the door is going to be pretty darn complete. I'm very, very happy about that. Seriously, it's been a long time coming. So little steps, little steps. That's all it takes. Okay, there's that. Move that into the corners. Yeah, there's going to be some very exciting additions and changes coming to Meeps pretty shortly. We are hoping to be done with the grow room by the time that October rolls around. And there's no direct timeline because again, you know, it's Mr. Meep and I. That's all it is. We are the two people in our world that are working on the grow room currently. And with everything being the way it is, you know, it takes a lot of time to run the business. It takes some time to go and get the grow room all figured out. So we're doing the best we can. We're going as fast as we can. Um, let's say the smoke hasn't helped. It is not fun to wake up in the morning and your eyes are burning and we go. It's no fun, but it's okay. We'll get over this and then we're gonna go over the next thing. We have made it this far. We can finish that thing. Okay. Get these out of here. Oops. Alright, I'm gonna go check on chat in just a second here, guys. Just a minute, I'm sorry. I hope I don't miss anybody. My phone wasn't really charged, so I couldn't take my my phone out here with me. Otherwise, I won't be able to see chat if anybody's out there. Is there anyone out there? Help! Oops. Oopsie. They're gonna finish this one up, and then I'm gonna go and check chat up front. See, because I get talking, and then I forget what the next thing is that I wanted to do, and I just keep doing what I'm doing. Then I know. If somebody else there wishes for my attention, they shall have it. Okay, let me see. Miss anything? Meep. I did not miss anything at all. That's wonderful. Perfect. Ta-da! Lovely. All right, we're gonna have to go and get all of these things out of here. Ugh. My poor little chair. There we go. Oop. Okay. There, crunch all of that good stuff up. Ugh, out. Okay, there's this. There we go. Perfect. All right, one more, and then we can call on Mr. Meep to make sure that he can go ahead and tamp everything down. Give everything a little water. And then we can start the planting process. Bok choy, daikon, and rambo radish. 4 trays of each. That's what we're gonna do. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Like Velcro. Ugh. Where's all this wood coming from? Okay. So now, I'm gonna flatten this thing out. Just, ew. There. Just like that. Nice and easy. Alrighty. And I'm gonna go and ask Mr. Meep to please come and do his thing. Is he still in here, or did he leave? Did you guys watch? I have no idea. Where's Mr. Meep? Meep! Alrighty, let me go get him. Come on. With me. Alright. Let me go get Mr. Meep, and I will be right back. Okay, perfect. Mr. Meep is going to be here in just about a moment. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to sit right here for just a minute. There we go. Okay, and ta-da! Okay, perfect. So we can talk for a little bit. That is wonderful. What's going to happen next here is that Mr. Meep is going to go and flatten all of these trays out for us, make sure that we have a nice even surface to put all of our seeds on. Then he's going to water them. Then we're going to put the seeds on. And once the seeds are on, then Mr. Meep is going to come back. He's going to stack them. He's going to rack them, and then he's going to pack them. So stack them all 4 trays high. He's going to rack them onto one of our mobile shelves over here, and then he's going to go and take a 15-pound brick and put it over the top of that 4 stack. And the reason why we use that 15-pound brick is basically just so the roots have something to push up against when they grow, so that they can actually go ahead and get kickstart germination, drive the roots down into the soil, get up with those beautiful cotyledons, and it just grow very, very nicely. We've been trying to do everything that we can in order to give our plants the best start to life. So now that I got this, let me see, what is it? It's noon. It's noonish already. Wow. Okay, that's good. So, like I said, we are going to go ahead and continue here in just a little while. Let me go ahead and take a quick little break. I shall return shortly. Thank you. Wait. We can do something else here. There's that. And there is this. Okay. Alrighty. And I will be right back, guys. Thank you. Alrighty, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna write some labels because that is kind of important. If you don't write down your labels, you don't know what's growing until they actually start sprouting their cotyledons. Unless you can see the seeds and can find those. Let me see. We have 1, 2, 3 right here. So this is gonna be Bach, Rambo, and Ipsy. Daikon. Somebody reach me a Snarpy. There it is. Oh, come now, child. Come out of here. I am in need of... No, no, not you. You are so the wrong color. Hold on. Where have all of my blue Sharpies gone? Are they just hiding today? Is that what it is? No. Well, that's kind of weird. Ah, there it is. Okay, I found it. Never mind. We got her. Alright, now. Bach. Today's 8-3 already. Isn't that wild? 8-3. Okay, perfect. I have gotten the labels done. I'm gonna go and put them on in just a heartbeat here. And then we're gonna go and get the planting. Boop. There we go. And this for me is the easiest part because this is gonna take maybe 5 minutes for me to seed. And then before I do that though, I want to go and check on our cilantro real quick, make sure that everything is going well for this particular part. Yeah, it's getting there. It's still quite wet. Yeah, we're gonna have to go and do not let me drop this. Seriously, friends, do not let me drop this. Good friends don't let other good friends drop their seeds, okay? Okay, so we're gonna put this on full blast. Now we're gonna go bok choy, Rambo, daikon. Wait. Yes, Rambo, daikon. Okay, so bok choy first. Grab a handful. And then just start distributing that evenly across the watered surface here. And when it comes to seeding, I always say you have to have a little intent. You have to know what your seeds are doing and where you want them placed. Bok choy is a little hard to do because the seeds are pretty small. Mustard, that kind of thing. It's still kind of hard for me to see the seeds sometimes. That's another thing. You don't want to have them all bunched up in one place. You want to have them nice and evenly in shouting distance, as I always say. There we go. Yeah, they can scream at each other from far away. That's perfect. There's this. Alrighty, and the bok choy is hereby done. See how fast that goes? Now everything else is probably going to take me a little longer. Not these, but the next one, cilantro. Because we cover cilantro with a little bit of soil. Oh, up. There we go. Okay. Rambo, right? Yes, Rambo. There it is. Get that down. Get that back up here. Hold on just a second. Oh, that smells so good. Oh my goodness, hi, hold on just a second, guys. Hold on. sorry about that. We just had a wonderful, wonderful visitor right here. A neighbor came by, and I absolutely wanted to be a part of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and get right back into it. We are now, oopsie, with our Rambo, and then we got our daikon to plant. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take our Rambo seed, evenly distribute it all over the tray. There we go. And we're doing 4 of those. Whoop. Perfect. And, well, ew. No! No seeds on my feet. Ugh. It's always a little annoying when that happens. Alright. So we got our Rambo seeds. And both radishes, both daikon and Rambo, have a lot of vitamin C. Very, very good for you. Am I doing this right? I am doing this right. Okay, this is the last Rambo tray. Do not let me seed another one of these. Oopsie. There we go. And just a wee bit more over here. Like I always say, spread them out with intention. Preferably in shouting distance. There we go. And just a little bit more. Perfect. Okay, so Rambo is done. And now comes Le Daikon. There we are. Up. Daikon, hello? Where did my daikon? Oh, there it is. I just cannot see anything today. It's terrible. Hup. There we go. And the daikon, and then we should be done here in about a minute. Oh, I gotta put the fan back on. There we go. There we go. Alrighty, and one more Rambo, one more daikon. And then we are all done over here with that. Alrighty, and Mr. Meep is going to go and take care of the rest of all of these. So what's happening is he's going to go and spray everything with something called Zerotol, which is basically just a little preventative, which we use on our seeds to make sure there's nothing bad on there. Alrighty. And I shall return in a little while. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I shall return. Alrighty, I have returned. And the good thing is that we are almost ready for our next row of trays. Now the thing is, I'm gonna have to go and check on the cilantro. Make sure it's not too dry. I don't think it is. And even if it is a little too dry, it's not a bad thing. Like I said, we have that paper towel on there underneath there to keep a little bit of that moisture on. Okay, hold on. Am I missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything. Yay! Alright, good. I'm gonna be in your way for just a heartbeat. Alrighty, now. Oh yeah, that is perfect. That is absolutely wonderful. Now I don't know if you can see that, but our seeds are fairly dry. They're pretty wonderful right now. Oopsie, hello. Alright, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go grab my gloves. Because without gloves, this is not an enjoyable job. There we go. Now, these are all going to be... Huh? Yeah. Now, these are all going to be cilantro. And these are all going to be hand crushed. Thank you. Mr. Meep is actually being very kind right now. He's taken all the sticks up for me. So when I roll and I don't fall. It is super awesome to have a seed that actually works with this, but again, you know, it has rolls, and they do tend to catch on those twigs when I do roll around. So to prevent that, Mr. Meep is cleaning up the grow room right now because he's awesome like that. Okay, now. Oops. Here, I'll make it harder for you. Oh, so close. And of course, trying to clean up the grow room is a little bit like this this odyssey that never ends. Because as soon as you're done with one thing, there's always dirt in the other corner again. It's just one of those things that are going to happen. But you keep on top of it, and nothing is going to get too out of hand here. I should really make a habit out of just throwing things behind me instead of directly in my path. There. Alright, tray 1 of cilantro. And I wish I had a camera up here where you could see every single step that I'm doing, but one day we'll get there. We'll figure that out. Give me a few more months. Let me go and get the grow room finished first. By the way, there will be a grow room update today. Probably sometime late in the afternoon. When we are done here. Okay, now also, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and take my, there! Okay, so my phone is full and happy. Full and happy! Seriously. Now what we're gonna do is we are going to take our phone and go over to Restream. Yep. So if somebody comes in, I actually get to see you guys on the phone. I don't have to turn around all the time. Alrighty. There we go. And our chat is activated. So now, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I'll see him on my phone. There. I'm a little tired. Sorry, guys. Monday morning did come a little bit earlier than I hoped it would. I almost slept in. Oh, Mondays are getting hard for me. I don't know why. Yesterday I slept until 6. It was glorious. It was wonderful. It felt so good. Yeah, sleeping in is one of those things that I love to do. I rarely ever get the chance, but Sunday normally is the one day where I'm going, okay, no alarm, none whatsoever. If I sleep until 10, I sleep until 10. Like, that's gonna happen. Honestly, at this point, I think honestly, if I slept until 8, I would feel more like my day is not off to a good start. You know, I get all the sleep in, but still, you know, there's always so much to do on a Sunday. Because again, we have plants to wash and trays to clean and doing all the things. Trays to wash and to clean. And plants to take care of. And we have a fairly strict schedule for our plants. Watering by hand twice a day. We are watering them first at 8 in the morning, or 8:15. First the poppy seed. Then around 8:15 we're out here. Watering everything. Then we go about our day depending on what it is. If it's deliveries, planting, if it's a Tuesday, normally I try to catch up on the household, get a little laundry done, that kind of thing. There we go. There. And like I always say, it's not hard work, but it is a lot of work. It is time-consuming work. But it is a lot of fun, really. And again, you know, I always enjoy everything that I do when it comes to the business. There we go. And there's the thing, the plants don't care if it's Monday or Sunday. They want their water, which we are happily providing, of course. There we go. Get that out of the way. Perfect. Oops. Okay, move that over here. There we go. There's this. Whoop. Alrighty. There. Alright, we have to go get these done here. Then put the cilantro on top. Then we're going to cover those seeds with extra soil. And that is basically just for them to lose their seed holes a little bit if they have a little bit of dirt to grow through. It's much better for the plants and us because we don't have to sit there and actually take every single seed off of every single plant. Which, you know, when you have about 300 seeds on one single tray, it's a bit much. So we're trying to do everything we can to prevent that. Keep it nice and easy for all of us. Keep you guys happy, keep us happy. Happiness is important, isn't it? How else would you know when you're sad? It's all about balance, right? Okay. Gonna move this one over. Oopsie, hello. Felt something in here. There it is. Okay. So we're gonna move these over. What is that? Oh, more soil. Okay, perfect. There. There we go. Perfect. There's that. There we go. All right. Now, next we have 3, 6, 7 more to go. Well, actually 8. That's still going to take a while. Whoop. Oops. Gotta take this away. Wonderful. Oops. There. No, honestly, I'm pretty glad that I'm wearing gloves. So when you do this on a regular basis for a long time, there's a couple of things that we have happening here. So first of all, we use something called a 444, which is a fertilizer, a low intensity fertilizer actually for microgreens. It's called Perfect Land Organics. Organic fertilizer by Rocky Mountain Bio AG. We've used that for just about 2.5, 3 years now. And the thing is, you don't want to touch fertilizer directly with your skin unless you have to, especially for a prolonged amount of time. While we only use a little bit, it's still enough for me to go, yeah, I should probably protect my hands. Then the other thing is that our soil contains perlite. It contains somewhat spicy sticks, so sometimes you can actually poke yourself with them. So again, it's just another layer of protection for us to make sure that our plants are as happy as our hands. Handsome plants, I tell you, there's balance in everything. There we go. And once I'm done with getting all of these situated here with the soil, Mr. Meep is going to come right in behind me. And he is going to go ahead and tamp down the soil, make sure it's nice and even for everything. Make sure that every seed has good contact with the soil because that's very, very important. Oopa! Come on now. There you go. Yes, wonderful. Okay, sticks out of the way again. Oopsie. There. Oopsie. Don't let me drop the tray here. That would not be cool. I did that once. I don't want to ever do it again. where a tray actually came out of balance, and I couldn't catch it in time. It actually basically just fell onto me, just tipped all over me, and I was like, yep, nope, not cool. That's why I try to keep my knee under the tray, so it doesn't do that. Okay. And after this, I'm gonna go into the grow room real quick and check on all of our plants. Just to make sure that everything is nice and even. Let me go do that real quick. 75. Yeah, that looks pretty good over here. Bucket is halfway there. You know what? 75. Let me go and close it for a little bit. Oh, excuse me. I promise I'm not tired. You're tired. Okay, plenty of more trays to go. There we are. Oopsie. Come on. No, 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 I saw you. Come here. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, you too. Out. There we go. There we are. Now, tomorrow is Tuesday, so no stream tomorrow. But I have a lot of work to do in the grow room, in the new one that we're building. There's still plenty of painting to be done. There's still plenty of other things that I should be doing that we simply normally don't find the time for. But Tuesdays and Sundays, just because we don't stream does not mean that we don't work. We always work. Well, 95% of the time. We sleep a little every once in a while, like once or twice a year. Okay, get this over here. There's that. Okay, wonderful. Okay. These two out already. All right. There we go. Now the soil that we're using, in case you're wondering, is called ProMix HP. And that is basically the best one to use for microgreens. HP, by the way, stands for high porosity. High porosity is important for us because I like to keep my plants on the lean side when it comes to water. I don't water them a lot. I give them enough to survive until the next watering. But the more water you hold in your trays or in your plants, the worse for later when you harvest it. If you have a plant that carries a lot of water in it, when you harvest it, it's going to contain that water while in the customer's fridge. And that sometimes can lead to issues, because if all of the water evaporates in the fridge, in the container that the plants are coming in, it's kind of like lettuce. It wilts really quickly. And we don't want to do that. We want you guys to have fun with your plants, with your greens. We want you guys to be happy and have them for a long time, even if you don't eat them every day. It's kind of sad if you come back like 2 or 3 days later and go, ew, it's wilty. We don't want that. Okay, that is not good business, and we are doing good business around here. There. Okay, perfect. Down in the corner. 4 trays to go. Plenty of time. Plenty of stuff still to do. Okay, we're gonna move. Ooh, ah! Don't fall over. There. I'm gonna move this back a little bit. Pretend that I can clean my jeans here. There. There we go. Oops. Shtick. Alrighty. Alright, now. This one. There. Awesome. In good news, also, I'm really, really hoping that I'm not the only one feeling that way. I feel like the smoke is finally easing just the tiniest bit. So up here in Oregon, in Northeast Oregon specifically, we had a couple of really big fires that really, really made the air pretty bad up here with smoke for the past, I don't know, 10 days now. And so at that point, it was very much a matter of, well, I mean, fires are one thing, but the air quality, we really hope it's coming back down to normal here soon. And it seems today is the first day that actually it feels like we're getting over it a little bit. It's still nowhere near good, but it feels a little easier to breathe. You can see the mountain ranges, which is nice, or the hills here anyway, which you can't always do. So that was a big hint today that we saw the hills around us. We were like, wait a second, the smoke is clearing up just a little bit. It might go back down again, but you know, right now I'm pretty happy with what we got. There we go. Perfect. Go through that one more time just to make sure that I got all the big clumps out, all the big sticks. That looks good. Out. There. Perfect. And I have to say, this is kind of meditative for me. This is kind of really relaxing. So every once in a while, if I just hush up for a moment, that's why. There's that. Okay, I'm gonna have to even that out a little bit more. Hold on here. Yeah, you want to make sure that the balance is just right. There. You don't want uneven trays. There we go. Okay, now let me go and grab my phone, move it right over here. Ta-da! Perfect. Ow, there was my toe. That's okay, I have 9 more of those. There we go. There's that. Perfect. Alrighty, last tray. All right, now, oh, perfect timing. This is lovely. Hello. I was just about done over here. How did you know? All right, now Mr. Meep is gonna go ahead and tamp this dirt down for me. There we go. I'm gonna make myself a quick tea. And then I'm gonna go and come back for the planting of le cilantro. Yoo-hoo! Oops, sorry. I'm making a mess here. Hey, Maya! Oh wait. Take my chair with me. Ugh. There we go. Okay. I will be right back. I'm just gonna go and make a quick cup of tea. And then... Okay. I'm gonna go and let you see... That! That right there. Okay. I shall return shortly. Meep meep. Alrighty, we have returned. Now, we have all of our trays nice and watered and tamped down and even. Now comes the great reveal of our cilantro, because our cilantro should be perfectly ready. Yes, I'm gonna move that right over here if I can. Just a little bit. Oh, perfect. Thank you. That is perfect placement right there. Okay, so we have our cilantro here. And again, it's still a little wet. That's a good thing. We want these things wet, okay? We're just going to take a handful in each. And then we're just going to start shaking our arm like it's 1966 or something. I don't know. Shake it up, baby. There you go. Twist and shout. I twist, you shout, okay? There we go. And do it again. Couple of handfuls. Bounce it over here. And boop. Thank you. So now again, the thing is, when seeds are being soaked, of course they're going to be wet when they come out. We don't want them that wet. We want them slightly on the damp side, absolutely. Otherwise, we wouldn't even need to soak them. But when they are too... Oh, schnoopsies, hold on. Ah! No, I did a thing. Wait. Hold on, let me go and check something here real quick. Let me go and see if I can up my mic a little bit. There. Now you actually get to hear me, even when I scream. Ah! See? Okay, I'm not gonna scream. Fine. I have no reason to be scared. I shouldn't be screaming, right? So, as I was saying, sometimes seeds stick to each other, especially when they're wet, of course. And that's why we do dry them a little bit for easier placement later on. And again, you want to be very mindful of your seeds when you do this, because you don't want them sitting on top of each other. That is something you don't want to see. You don't want to see them bunching up like spiders. And so normally what I do is I go over every tray once, and then I come back for later on correction. Gonna have to add a little bit more here though, right now. There. Okay. There we go. All right. Gonna move our seed up a little bit. Lovely. Just a little more. There we go. Perfect. There. Intention is everything. And not just where you place your seeds, but also the thoughts you think when you plant them. I kid you not. That's a very, very big part of it. I like happy thoughts. There. Wait a second, this way. Okay, oops, that's a very full hand. Oopsie. Okay, gently, carefully now. You don't want to lose all of your seeds at once. You want to be able to spread them out a little bit. I think I may have screwed up just a tiny bit over here, but that's okay. Yeah, we can still move them. And the good thing is you can still move the seeds when you're thinking you may have made them a little bit too close to each other. You can always come back and move them around a little bit with your fingers. If you have really tiny seeds like arugula or something, use water, spray bottle. And that way you get to choose where to put them fairly well. There. Okay. There's this. Perfect. Yeah, I seats my feet. Ugh. Okay. Hello again. Hmm? I'm gonna go over them one more time. Okay. And then before we cover them with soil, what we do is we treat them with a little bit of xylitol. Xylitol being a preventative that prevents mold, all sorts of ugly stuff. So it's pretty important that we keep an eye on that, of course. And the good thing is once they're under light and airs, once they come out of germination, they're normally pretty good to go. Okay, perfect. There. Okay. Move those around a little bit. Grab some more. There. Okay, now we start the entire thing again in a way. Now we're going to go over them one more time, just to fill a little bit more of those gaps in. And again, don't go overboard. You don't have to make sure that everything is covered. As long as you're covered and the seeds aren't laying on top of each other, you're normally pretty good to go over here. Yeah, this doesn't need much here. That's good. This one can do a little bit more. There. Ugh. There we go. And then when Mr. Meep comes back, he's going to spray them, and then we are going to go ahead and move them, cover them, move them onto the rack. Yeah, just a little bit over here maybe. This is still pretty good. This can have a little bit more right there-ish. There we go. A little bit over here. There. And just remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. That was mostly for me because I tend to micromanage this stuff like you wouldn't believe. I can stand here for like an hour and go, wait, there's a seed, it has to go right there. And it is terrible. I have to let go of these things though. Really, I do. Okay, there's that. Beautimus. And I think we're almost done here. Look at us go, Costco. That was easy. Alrighty, and now we're just gonna finish these up here. Ta-da! Alright, wonderful. We have finitoed this phase of the operation. Take the rest of the seeds, not a lot. We do not waste a lot of seed in here. Waste is bad business, and we don't do bad business in this place. Not if I can help it anyway. Okay, so all done. All right, now I'm gonna have to take all the seeds out of here. Leave that right here for right now. And I will be right back. Alrighty, so now comes my favorite part. We're scooping up the dirt. We're good. You got them all sprayed? Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. So we're gonna scoop them up here. Evenly distribute that over the tray. And then we just keep doing that for a little bit. 1 scoop per tray normally is enough. And all that we're doing that for is so that the cilantro actually loses most of its seed hulls, which it doesn't do if you don't cover them with soil. Yeah. There we go. You know what? I can probably take these and move them over here. There. And 1 more. There. Then we should be pretty good to go over here. Now we're gonna sanitize this real quick. There. We can just leave that here, wipe it off later. Let it sit for a minute, that's never a bad thing. Now, just want to make sure I'm not missing anything over here. That's good. All right, now back to work. Gonna go through that a little bit. Not too worried about the sticks and stones, everything right now. The main important objective is to just cover everything with a little bit of soil, so when the seeds grow out, they have something to grow through. Lose the seed hulls on the way, because picking cilantro seeds is, I mean, it's not a terrible job, but it's still not one of our favorites. And if we don't have to do it, why make our life harder, right? Okay, there's that. Next. Just like that. These out. It is a little cooler today, which is actually kind of nice. This morning I actually needed a jacket, believe it or not. I went out there, I was like, ooh, that was cold. But a good change in the weather. It's nice to get a break from the heat every once in a while. I used to love heat. I would be out like 90, 95 degree weather. Yay, this is awesome. Yeah, these days, I guess I just grew out of it. But yeah, it's nice and cool today. Nice little Nice little breeze going, which is nice. Okay, let's see. Take that out. Cover everything with just a little bit of soil. There we go. Go and get me some tea to drink here real quick. Because my throat is still drying out quite quickly, sadly. Okay, I didn't miss anything. That's good. Okay. And on we go. Fix this. There's another one, just like the other one. Okay, and go over to the next one. Do this for a little bit. Make sure the soil isn't too blocky here. Okay, I'm gonna. Ooh, that's a big stick. I'm gonna have to go and turn this down just a little bit. I'm not a big fan of standing under the fan and having the dirt blow in my face. Not today. Normally I love me a mud mask, but today's not that day. Just gonna turn it down for a couple of minutes until I'm out from under there. Okay. One more. That. I'm gonna check my phone in just a heartbeat, guys. Want to make sure I don't miss anything. Let me see here. I don't think I'm missing anything. We're good. Awesome. Oh, I gotta make labels too. Whoopsie. I almost forgot. I need to write cilantro 3 times. Because we're gonna make 3 stacks of 4. Just so we know where everything is. Oopsie. There. Okay. There's that. Alrighty. Ew! Mad fingers. Yikes. Okay, that's good. Oopsie. There we go. There's that. And the last one. And then Mr. Meep is going to be here in just a minute. Up, there he comes. Oh, I was just about to say, Mr. Meep's going to be here in a minute. He was here in a second. I love it. That is wonderful. And Mr. Meep is going to go and make sure that everything is nice and tamped down. I'm going to have to write a couple of labels here real quick. There we go. Alrighty, let me go and write some cilantro labels. Pretend I'm literate. Whoppa. Alright. Now, let me see. Where is... There it is. Okay, perfect. I don't need to make it that big, do I? There. One more. Boop. Perfect. This 8-3 today, yes. Alright, perfect. There's that. I'm gonna go and grab all of these. Ah. And we're gonna go and put them right on top here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And look at that, like a good German waltz. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 3/4 rhythm. Alright, so now that we got that done, Mr. Meep is going to go ahead and he's going to stack all of these beautiful cilantro trays into three groups of 4. Later on, or after this, we are going to... Actually, you know what? What are we going to do next? You know what? I should probably go and get the cantaloupe. And get the cantaloupe started. Yeah, let me go ahead and do that. I will be right back. I'm going to go and get the cantaloupe out of the soak. Dry it off just a little bit, and then we're going to put it into the dryer over here. And I'm going to be back in a minute. Meep. Okay, now what's going to happen here is that I'm going to go and take the cantaloupe seeds, and I'm going to go ahead and dry them off in just a heartbeat here. I'm going to go and dry myself off first. Okay, there's that. Perfect. I'm going to sneak me the dryer real quick. Oh yeah, thank you. Oop. Don't run into the cilantro. Not in my carefully crafted mess. Just for a minute, I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to drop my cilantro down there with 3 paper towels and another 3 paper towels. Going to drop the cantaloupe right on top, and then we can go ahead and get those started to dry while Mr. Meep is preparing the next set of trays. Okay. Now, these are our cantaloupe seeds right here. Basically what I do is I take them, I shake them out real good, and then I try to get them somewhat evenly distributed, which is not always happening, like just now. I know a fiddle when I see one. Alrighty, now let me see. I'm gonna be out of your way in just a heartbeat. Okay. And the reason why we dry our cantaloupe after we soak it is very easily explained. They stick a little when you when you try to plant them, and so we're trying to minimize that by drying them off just enough for us to be able to spread them out without making a complete mess of our trays and ourselves. There. Okay, I'm gonna go and put this up here. Oops, sorry. And then, oopsie, put it on 3. Perfect, there we go. And now while these are drying, Mr. Meep is gonna go and set up the next set of trays. Oh, and meanwhile, I'm gonna sit here for a minute. Hi, how's it going? So, again, Mondays are very long days for us. Most days I get up around 4:15, 4:30, somewhere around there. Try to get as much stuff as I can done before the day begins in earnest, so to speak. We have a fun little schedule. So Monday and Thursdays are usually our busy days. Mondays we have 3 deliveries and 46 or 60 trays to plant. Thursdays we have about 5 to 7 deliveries, and then another 16 trays to plant. Wednesdays are harvest days and Fridays are harvest days. Saturdays are very, very long for us, market days. Then Sundays and Tuesdays, basically, we don't stream, but we still work. So we have a lot of stuff still to do, but that is normally how our schedule is going. That is some good tea too. And that being said, I think I'm going to move over to the house for a little while. Okay, there we go. No more tea for me today. That's it. Otherwise, I can't sleep. Alrighty, now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be back in just about 10 minutes or so. There we go. And I shall return. Thank you. Meep meep. Ladies and gentlemen, we have returned. Now what we are going to do is we are going to start over with everything we've done before. Let me go and grab my gloves. Oh, sorry. So, what we have here are 12 trays that have been prepared with our, now I can't think. Wonderful. My brain cell is trying to bother me. Promix HP. There. So, Promix HP is the soil that we use. And we also use a 444 fertilizer from Rocky Mountain. BioAG! There we go. Okay. So, now we start with our soil, crushing it a little bit. And because the fertilizer goes on top, it's important that we get everything down into the middle and into the bottom of everything. There's a little bit of fertilizer into everything. We don't need a lot. Microgreens don't need a whole bunch of fertilizer because they already have everything they need to grow in the trays or in the seed itself. The soil is giving them a little bit more nutrients. And again, with our 444. Ugh, oh goodness. Help! Where are all these sticks coming from? Goodness. And so now all we do is just move it back and forth a little bit and get all of the soil into the corners, around the edges. There we go. Oopsie. Come on now. Take all the big sticks, big rocks out. Nothing that we don't want, everything we do. To set up our plants nice and from the start. There. And that is tree number 1. Now let me go ahead and get my phone. Ugh, just in case. Hold on. I just want to make sure that I don't miss anybody. Where's my phone? What happened? Oh, there it is. Okay, good. So, perfect. I got my phone. In case anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, please do let me know. I will answer. I don't know how accurate the answer is going to be, but I will answer. Okay? Now, get my feet situated. Ugh, there. So this is round number 3 now. We had, this morning we planted broccoli, kale, and then later on we had our bok choy, daikon, and rambo. Then we just had our cilantro. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do our cantaloupe, our sunflower, and our beets. So all the ones that we had soaked that we haven't planted yet. Yay. What's that then? Okay. Really, really hard piece of soil. Just have to crush that. So we had the cilantro. Now we're going to do the sunnies, the beets, and the kale. Crush the sunnies, the beets, and the cantaloupe. The cantaloupe is currently drying in our drying rack. There we go. Hey, Chihuahua. You're not making it easy on me today, are you? Ay. There we go. And this is one of those things that feel fairly meditative for me. When I start going with the soil. Oh, man. Oops. Oh, come on. Crumble up. There we go. Perfect. And just make sure that every corner gets a little bit of soil in it. Ouch. And what we do is we use 4 cups of 16 ounces. So 64 ounces altogether per tray. And then about 1 teaspoon full of our 444 fertilizer. See, I start doing this and I'm already not thinking anymore. Don't let me do that. I want to be aware. Alright. There. So now we've been doing this for almost 4 years. It's really more 3, but we did a year where we just grew them at home. Didn't really know what to do it or how to do it. And then at some point we realized that we grew so much that, you know, we said, why don't we just try a farmer's market? And that's basically how Meep's Microgreens got started. We built too much things, we grew too many greens for us. And then we figured out, well, maybe there's somebody else who might like these. Turns out there was plenty of people, actually. Which made me very, very happy. And here we are, unbelievably, in our 4th year. Guys, you have been wonderful. Thank you so much. Alright, now. Whoopsie. There. Out. You are exiled. There. Start. And again, like I always say, it's not hard work, but it is a lot of work. It is time consuming. But it is so rewarding. It is really a lot of fun. I mean, between the farmers markets, the grow in itself, the grow room that we're building, the second grow room that we're building, you know, between all the people that we get to see on a regular basis, it is just amazing. It is so lovely. And you know what? Honestly, I keep telling people there's nothing that I do not like about this job. And the choir said, except paperwork. Yes, the choir was right. Okay. But yeah, there's a lot of satisfactory things that you do, you know, planting and seeding and harvesting, and you know, just crushing your hands, crushing the soil with the hands. It's really, it's fun. Well, I'm grown up and I'm still playing with dirt. See? Oops. Hello. Out. You know, ugh. I'm gonna have to go and turn the fan down for a second. I might be able to show you, because I do want to take a look at the cantaloupe seeds real quick anyway. We can take a look together. How about that? There's this. And that's pretty much how we spend our days. Growing greens and loving people. That sums it up pretty good. Alright, now. Oh, you know what? I should probably check my email too. So Monday normally good groceries orders come in. And what happens is that on Mondays, when those good groceries orders come in, I want to make sure that I see them right away. Okay, just a minute. Huh? Just a moment. There it is. What? No, not you. The other thing. This one. Yes. Alrighty. And 246. Perfect. Alright, cool. That'll work for me. Awesome. Ugh. Alright. Oh, I wanted to say the cantaloupe here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Perfect, actually. This is wonderful. They're still a little wet. They're still a little on the damp side. That's good. That's not a bad thing. I think I'm just gonna leave them just like that. Maybe put the fan on low for a little bit so we get a little bit more removal of water there. But we don't really need a whole bunch. There, it's doing a pretty good job all by itself. All right. Next. There we go. Okay. Those. Go. There goes another one, just like the other one. See? There we go. Yep. There's a stick. Okay, we'll have to make sure we get these out of here. Look. Oopsie. Gonna have to go and move over here for a minute. There we go. So our next row is gonna be cantaloupe, sunnies, and beeps. Oop, there's that. Alright, let me just check something here real quick. Are we all good? I believe that we are all good. Okay, wonderful. Gonna move over here for just a heartbeat. Boop. There. Alrighty. Alrighty. Get all of these figured out here. Wonderful. Another one. Wonderful. See? Slow and steady gets your knees wet. You. Slow and steady wins the race. And we're not even racing. Isn't that cool? Oop, big stick out. Ugh, that hit me in the face. Ew. If you ever grow microgreens in soil, you understand my ordeal sometimes. There's a lot of dirt that you just can't help but be a part of at some point. There's a little bit of soil that's gonna hit you every once in a while. Nothing bad. There. All right. Gonna get that in here. Whew, goodness. Gotta get that all crunched up. Okay, wonderful. Let me go and put them back together a little bit. Ugh. All right. Oh yeah, but ugh, you got plenty of more trays. Oh, that's dripping. That's why. Plenty of more stuff to do here. There we go. Oopsie, is that a stone? Nope, that's a piece of wood. Once or twice a year, if you get lucky, if you have the mind for that kind of thing, you can actually find some pretty cool stones in the soil sometimes. Nothing precious. I haven't found any pearls yet. But just stuff like what's it called, jasper or what's the other one? Certite, I think. And then I'm no geologist by any means. But yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff that you can find in the soil sometimes. I didn't even expect that. But new things bring you to new horizons, even if it's just stones in soil. Okay. Our cantaloupe is still drying up here. That is wonderful. May dry just a little bit longer. And then I'm have to go and take the beets out of the soak. And then we're going to plant our beets, our sunnies, and our cantaloupe. Uh-oh. Don't let me sneeze. I do not wish to sneeze right now. Thank you. Oops. I apologize if I sniffle every once in a while. My allergies and the smoke have not been the nicest to me. I'm trying to keep it to a minimum, I promise. But so far, it's been a pretty good day, actually. The skies are finally clearing up a little bit. A tiny bit. If you're anywhere in the Pacific Northwest, you probably had your own fill of smoke and fires and that kind of thing. But yeah, it is getting a tiny bit better over here, which I'm very, very grateful for. There we go. Okay, there's that. Derp. Perfect. Get that thing out. Oops, another big one. Out. You may exist, but not on my trace. There. Okay. And now we're just gonna go and square this up. And then we got one more trade to do. Plenty of time still. This is not a race. But if it is a race, I'm gonna win no matter what. Isn't that cool? There. Alrighty. And uno más. Alrighty. Alright, now we're gonna flatten this out. And then Mr. Meep is gonna be here shortly to help us settle everything where it belongs. Give us a nice even surface to work with. Yep, perfect timing, there he is. Hello. There we go. I'm gonna go and get the beets out of their soak. Then by the time you're done, we're done. Alrighty, and I'm gonna go and get the beets out of the soakage. Oh my goodness. There we are. Yes. Alrighty, and I will be back in just a little while. And next step is we're going to take our cantaloupe out. We have my sunnies and the beets right here. Well, you can see that. There. We got our sunnies right here. We have our beets still dripping. Whoopsie. So those are going to be planted. The beets are going to get covered. The cantaloupe is going to come out in just a heartbeat here, and then we are going to go and keep on planting. Do not let me forget that I also need to make labels for this eventually. All ready and done? Thank you. All right. Oh, sorry. I'm going to sneak right over here. Boop. Make sure that the cantaloupe hay is all ready. Oh, yes, beautiful. Thank you. Oops. Need like 1 more inch. There we go. Perfect. That worked. All right, now what we are going to do, I gotta dry my hands first, because with wet hands, cantaloupe is gonna stick to you. And I love cantaloupe, but I don't love it that much. There, dry that off real good. There we go. All right, now, gonna take our cantaloupe, and I think I'm just gonna take the last 4. Doesn't really matter where I start in the end. So, cantaloupe 1. Just a little more. Cantaloupe 2. And then we're going to go ahead and go over that again 1 more time. Make sure that everything is nice and even. That we don't have any gaps. We don't need gaps. If there's gaps, we're going to fill them. That's why I enjoy having a little bit of extra seeds in my soaks, just in case. That is perfect. Just gonna go over them 1 more time here. Lovely. Beautimus. Alrighty, now take the rest of these. Ooh, hello, oopsie. Don't mind me, I'm just making a mess. Everything is fine. Take those, put them over here. Alright, and we don't want to have too much cross-pollination over here like this. No, you're not allowed. There. Okay, I should probably take all of these too. Hold on. Let me go and get a bit messy here. Not that I'm not already messy. Messier. Okay, but we don't just do messy, we do messier. But it makes sense for us. No seed left behind. There we go. Okay, perfect. And now we'll just take the rest of these. Move them wherever we want to. Ta-da! There we go. Okay, perfect. That worked lovely, lovely-ish. Lovely, I tell ya. Lovely. Gonna take these. Fill the last few holes here. Not a single seed wasted unless it's necessary. After all, waste not, want not. One of my favorites. Oldie but goodie. Alrighty, now, ooh, ow! That was not smart. It wasn't entirely dumb, but it wasn't smart. I have my moments, okay? Now what we're gonna do is we are going to take this beautiful steel basket and reach for the xylitol. Gonna sanitize that front and back and sides and everything. Oh, get up there. And then we're gonna put it back. Whew. There. Okay, Cantaloupe is done. Now we have Sunnies and Beeps. I think I'm gonna take the Sunnies first. Oh wait, no, actually the Beets. The Sunnies still need one more step. I have to go bring it back in the house. They have to go into a special soak. I forgot about that. We can make that happen, however. And I think after this batch, I really do believe that I think our stream has reached a little bit of a natural conclusion here. We still have a little bit of things to do. But I think we're pretty much there with everything. You saw most of what is necessary to do this. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, do not hesitate to let us know at any given point of time via email or Facebook message. If you got my business card, go ahead and text me night or day. If it's night, I might kind of sleep, but that's fine. I don't care. I will answer you probably right away in the morning. There. Get the beets situated. Ew. That was my foot. My foot did not need sustenance in the form of water. Ugh. That's okay. My sandals are waterproof. Or at least kind of not breaking. There we go. Okay, get those. All figured out, and one more beeps. There's that. Oops, you. All right. Beeps are done. Now we're gonna have to spray them once they're ready. Ugh. And then I'm gonna have to go get the sunnies back in. But I think for today, you've seen everything that we do and how we do it. If you missed it, don't worry. We're gonna do this again on Thursday. But until then, thank you for being here. I really, really hope you had a great time. I know I did. I always do. I love talking to myself. What can I say? But honestly, it was great to have you. Thank you guys so much for watching, for hanging out, for coming by, for saying hi. We will see you again on wait a second, not tomorrow. Wednesday, yes. Wednesday at around 5:15 a.m. is normally when I fire this baby up. So when I hit the ground running, you're gonna be a part of that. And again, yeah, Wednesday, 5:15 a.m. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you later. Meep.